What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 6 of my Montreal Canadiens franchise mode series. I apologize for the wait on this one. I know it's been a little over 2 weeks, but I was actually in Europe and I was only able to, record so many before leaving. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen a bunch of my picks from that. So if you aren't already, make sure you do. You probably missed out, but I'll probably post some cool stuff for you guys still. Anyways, back to the video. Obviously, a couple week hiatus there, but we have a really good team right now. If you guys kind of need a little bit of a catch-up, we've won 1 Stanley Cup so far in the first 5 years, kind of like the halfway point of this franchise as we're doing 10 years total. So I'd really like to win at least one more, hopefully, a couple more. Dallas there is the current defending Stanley Cup champion. Barzal there, of course, still on the team. He tested free agency, but luckily we were able to get him back. So I'll show you guys what the team is looking like right now. Honestly, I feel like we're still pretty solid, definitely a contender. We got Mantha there's now 91 overall, playing on the first line with Barzal and Caulfield. O'Mara there, playing with Crosby and Duran. Crosby's still an 86, 37 years old. And I mean, his stats there, you can see insane hands, still a good shot. He's just super slow. Even defensive stats, honestly, very, very good. Third line, we have Latin, who we just got, 18 years old there, 80 overall. Awesome shot on him. Playing with Taze. Still 87 at 36, good two-way center with Thomas. Then we have Kaliev, Suzuki, and Dalcall on the fourth line, which honestly I think is really solid. Defense here, we got Clark and Sexton on the top pair, which I think is really nice. Parayko Murray getting +3 is huge. And then we have Slater Pollock on the bottom pair. In goal, we have Askarov as the starter, and Primo there still as the backup. Give you guys a look at the special teams as well. So honestly, I think the first one's obviously 6, second one's solid 2. Got a couple shooters there, O'Mara and Latinen. 4-man power plays, pretty much just your best players. Penalty kill there, getting +1 on both. 3-man there, no boost, but a lot of times we're getting minuses, so honestly we'll take that. And before I show you guys the AHL team, I actually sent out a couple contract offers to hopefully some guys will help with the AHL team, a few forwards, a few defensemen. They were all like 24, 25, mid to high 70s, kind of like, good AHL players, nothing more than that, but I seen like our fourth line in the AHL was a bunch of 50s, so wanted to, get that fixed. So here are the players that made offers on. Picard, 24.77. Leeson there, 25.77. Benstrom, 25.77. So maybe if they play really well in the AHL, could actually be a fourth liner for us. Then defense, Westerlund, 25.78. Henley here is only 71, but he's 22, low top 6. And then the other guy is kind of a weird player. He's got 7th D potential, but 75 overall, 24 years old, isn't too bad. And so Benstrom here accepted his contract offer. Bukestad in a 4th for 2nd and 4th. Honestly, we don't need Bukestad. Just going to decline that. Hopefully the rest accept here. Henley says yes. So we're still waiting on 4 more. I think we have just enough contract spots. Leeson says yes. Same with Picard, Westerland, and Pilos. So I think that was everybody. And after signing those players, here's an update look at the AHL team. Honestly, pretty excited for them. I think they have a good chance at the Calder Cup. You can see the first line there, all high 70s. Second line, Carlson, Leeson, and Hillis get a +3. Bottom 6 there you can see is all 70s, so should be pretty solid. Defense, Bodwin, Westerling get a +3 on the top pair. Grand and Solon there, so I mean a couple of solid 79s. Bodwin still doesn't quite turn into the guy we thought he would. I thought he'd be like an 84 offensive defenseman. Few years left still, but probably not going to happen. As you can see though, the defense all 70 plus. First power play unit as well is getting a +3, seconds a +1, and goaltending wise we got Ellis who's a 79. So honestly, I think they have a very good shot, like I said, to be Calder Cup contenders. We'd love to win both the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup in the same year. I think that'd be pretty cool. Also, I want to show you guys the ratings here for the NHL team. Offense, defense, goaltend, you can see 99, 99, 83. I feel like our backup must be starting right now. Otherwise, it'd probably be like a 90. So overall, pretty excited. So let's get started with the sim here and see what happens. And before I forget, guys, if you need a refresh on the captaincy, Clark there's wearing the C. He, of course, was the first overall pick from France. Just made sense for Montreal. And then we got Crosby and Barzal there. We're in the 2As. All right, guys, I'm not sure if this is a good sign or not, but we just went 7-0 in the preseason. A lot of people say if you do good in preseason, you don't do good in the regular season, but guess we'll find out. And we just got to show up here, guys, the Chicago Blackhawks. Chris Tanev for a 2nd and a 3rd. I see his potential, though, is only top 6, so probably not that good anymore, in which case isn't worth it. Yeah, he's an 81, so doesn't even crack our top 6. So just into end December, guys, having a pretty good season so far. Currently have 49 points, 23, 13, and 3 record. Second, actually, the Detroit Red Wings in our division, who have 56 points. So finally, after 5 years, they completed that rebuild. Crosby, there's actually leading scorer, 41 points, 39 games, so over a point per game. Hopefully, we can keep that up rest of the year. We're a few weeks away from the trade deadline, and a big trade just went down. Chicago getting Evander Kane, a 3rd and 2 4s from San Jose for Bjork, who's at 85 now. Baptiste, a 5th and a 6th. Oh wow, and then Flyers just fired their head coach. So a lot going on here. Cale Fleury could bring him back. Svitov, he's currently the backup in the AHL. 4th round pick, $2.6 million, 1 year left. I think right now our worst NHL defenseman's an 81. And Fleury's the same rating there at 81, so 26. Really no reason to give up Svitov. I think he's our best goalie prospect. Right there you can see our record. We actually passed Detroit 34, 15, and 3, first in the division. Peacock, so he's a prospect. For Anderson, 2/3. We get 1/3. Kind of interesting trade here. Curious what... Wow, Anderson's only low top 4. 2164, and Peacock 19 and 51. Okay, so it's going to take him a while to develop, but he does have the higher potential. It's not like Anderson's much better. Honestly, I think I'm fine with that trade. Like, I don't think it's that bad. And another big trade just went down. LA getting Calhoun, who's now in 86, and Luke Kuhn in 85 from San Jose for Pesci in 85, Borkstrand in 84. So pretty good hockey trade there. A couple, mid picks involved just to, make it a bit more even. And we currently have a 6-point lead on the division. Just beat the Coyotes. Guess we'll just wait here, see all the other trades that go down. Tierney Walmart to Philly in exchange for Konechny. Wow, Pittsburgh wins this one, and they also get Santini. I'm not sure what Philly was thinking there. I don't think Pittsburgh Philly would ever probably make a trade at the deadline, especially one that significant. Chicago gets 2 seconds there for Hiroshi and Tanev. I'm pretty sure they just traded for Hiroshi. I didn't show you guys though, because kind of a smaller deal like that one there. Really not too much going on, but we got a 3-game win streak here. Love to just keep this up into the deadline. As I say that, lose the New York Rangers. Greenway, we don't really need. Like, our 4th line's already solid. 8-3 win against Buffalo. And then Pittsburgh flips Konechny with Armia for a first and a prospect. So many teams just constantly flip players. I don't really get it, but at the deadline, 40, 18, and 3. Cannot complain. 83 points. It's a very, very good spot to be in. Hopefully, can make a nice trade here to give us a bit of a boost. Try and make that Stanley Cup run. Crosby there, 72 points in 61 games. So he's still killing it at 37 years old. You love to see that. Also, too, I actually wanted to show you guys kind of the trade values for all these guys quick. You can see Barzal, Clark, both max. Mantha, O'Mara, Lattinen, Sexton, all close. I just noticed Lattinen's up to an 84. He started the year in an 80. So that's awesome to see. What does he have? Currently 36 points there. I mean, even O'Mara, too. He started 84, I want to say. So he's up 1. Wow, having a really good year. He's averaging basically a point per game. So both these guys, obviously high picks for us. Snipers coming in huge. And they're on entry-level deals for, 2 and 3 more years respectively. That's going to be awesome. Now, Clark does need a new deal after this, so we're going to have to find his money somewhere. I think Pollock's done. Comrie here as well. Oh my god, 19, now an 80. Unsigned, just tearing up the OHL. 68 points, 46 games. Actually, it's not even too impressive. I think Byfield's averaging like 2 points a game for Sudbury, but still, he'll be making the team next year. He was actually a 3rd-round pick back in 2024. Great 3rd-round pick for us. His hands there are already nuts, so... he'll be able to, come and join the team. We're really looking forward to this dynasty. Like, look at the trade values there. Koffler, of course. I want to show you guys the draft picks as well. We still have a pick in every single round this year except for the first, so not looking too bad. Again, we'll look at the trade block and hopefully be able to add something here to the team. I feel like our team's pretty solid, guys. So I'm just trying to make one trade here at the Edmonton Oilers for Jake Muzzin. Put him on the bottom pair just to, give it a bit of a boost. 84 overall. Solid 2-way defenseman, who I feel is a bit more defensive in my mind, which we kind of want, of course, on that bottom pair. So offering up Morris here, 22.71, low top 6, nothing too crazy. Puustinen, 21.58, low top 4, and then a 3rd-round pick. Honestly, for rental, not too expensive, and I think Muzzin should help solidify that defense. Pretty cool value. We'll see what Edmonton says. And trades accepted. I figured they would say yes. They want all 3 things. Muzzin's on the block, so there we go. Like I was saying, guys, after that trade, only change of the team is Muzzin playing on the bottom pair there with Pollock. I noticed too, Muzzin averaging 24 minutes of ice time per game. He's going to drop quite a bit to like 15 on the bottom pair, so Edmonton must have been using him on that top pair. But again, you look at that defense, so solid. I was thinking about maybe adding a forward, but I mean, I think our forward group is pretty good. I noticed too, Crosby dropped in rating from an 86 to an 85, even though he's averaging over a point per game right now, which makes absolutely no sense. But what are you going to do, I guess? So we'll continue simming here. Got another, month and a half or so. Also want to give you guys a quick update on the AHL team. As you can see, they're also currently first in the division, 74 points there. And Yolinen's leading scorer, 46 and 55. Pretty surprising. His shot's terrible, but the rest of his, stats aren't too bad. So like I was saying, if we could win the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup same year, that would just be insane. And just as we started the sim, guys, another trade went through. Cole Lynn and Scott Lawton to San Jose in exchange for Bjorkstrand and Baptiste. And San Jose just got Bjorkstrand, so again, not really sure what's going on with all these, flipping trade deals. I wanted to mention too, guys, I think I left like right after the trade deadline. Just didn't have enough time to make all those trade sim videos. I literally, my flight out was the next day, so I apologize for that. And then of course, like 2 weeks later, season got postponed due to everything going on. So pretty crazy right now, but I want to try and, get these videos out for you guys. So I just wanted to mention that quick. And we're now through the season here, guys, with a 53, 26, and 3 record. Really happy we hit the 50 win mark. Also there, finished with 109 points. First in the division and the conference. I feel like we actually have a really good shot at winning the President's Trophy this year. So I think we've only won it once before. It'd be pretty awesome to win it a second time. Crosby, 92 and 82 as a 37-year-old. Honestly, in real life, I feel like he'll still be producing at that age because he's a player who doesn't really rely that heavily on his speed. So even as he slows down, I feel like he'll still be a very good player. Kind of similar to Ovechkin, you know, still putting in 50 goals a year, whatever. Like I was saying, I guess we'll check here, look at the standings. Did we get that President's Trophy? I'm really hoping we did. So we know we won the division and the conference. And yeah, we did finish first in the league. There you go. Washington second with 106. What was that? 7 teams there, 100 plus points. Let's see, Detroit in 10th. So, you know, no longer the laughing stock of the league. I'm happy to see that. Who is actually the last place team this year? And it's the Minnesota Wild, actually, 70 points. And next year, guys, we'll look at how everyone did on the team. Crosby, of course, 11, 92 points. Barzal there, 87. Durant, 84. So 3 guys averaged more than a point per game. Caulfield just under there, 81. Mantha pretty close, 77. O'Mara, 76. He started out 84. I feel like after this year, he's got to get a bigger boost than just 85. Even Taze, 76 and 82. Still producing quite a lot, especially for, you know, playing third line. Getting a lot of special team minutes, though. Thomas there, 54 is really good. Latin in 50 in his rookie year. Outside shot the Calder, I feel. You know, he's got a chance, I think. Clark there, 40. Not too bad for him. Sexton also, you know, pretty much 40. Looking at everyone else here, honestly, considering the minutes they got, not too bad at all. Next year, we'll take a look at Askarov. How did he do for us? So, really good record. .902 save percentage, 2.83 goals against. Definitely could have had better stats, but the sim engine is on high scoring, which I think plays a factor. Primo there, stats aren't too great, to be honest. So, I was surprised we did that well with, you know, Askarov not having the best of stats, but he's a good goalie in ratings, so it's tough. Like, you know, what do you really do in that case? AHL here, Yolinen 59. So really no one too crazy. Do have 5 guys with 50 plus points, which is nice, but no one putting up, you know, too insane of stats in the AHL. Definitely kind of win by committee there. So take a look and see who led the entire league in scoring. McDavid, of course, 110 points. McKinnon 1 behind, 109. Then you got Draisaitl 106 with plus 20. McDavid 110 is minus 1. So it goes to show you why plus minus does not matter. Yamamoto 100. Wow, so he must be playing on the top line with Draisaitl with McDavid. And that top line all got 100 plus points. That's ridiculous. What's he at now? 89 overall. Wow, I mean, he put up 100 points. If you guys don't know, when the franchise started, I think I made him a 78 medium top 6. So only give him a plus 5, nothing too crazy. And he just grew like crazy for, you know, the Oilers. So good for them. I think, you know, he was a big reason why they were playing so well. Kind of once he got that call up. Marner, Ben, Laine, so, you know, most of the familiar faces here. So the first round playoffs, guys, actually looks like we got a pretty tough matchup here with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Dylan Strome's now on the team. They got Dubois, 91. I mean, looking through here, the Slater guy, 86, 20 years old, 6th overall in 2022. Perlini's an 85 for them. Wenberg, 86. Looks to be a pretty good forward group. Defensively, Renski and Jones on the top pair, and then they've got nobody after that. Okay, so basically they gave up all their defensive depth, just run that top pair. Good forward depth. Hellebeck as well, they have 88 goalie. I mean, the defense is really bad, like outside the top pair, but other than that, they have a really good team. So I think basically for 2 periods, we can just go off on like the 70 overalls on defense, and then, you know, the rest of the time, obviously, it's going to be a competitive game, but other than that, we should be okay. Let's see, AHL team there, still first in the division, 100 points, so we have a chance here, you know, to get both cups. Hopefully we can get it done. So here you go, guys, first period. And we're up, or sorry, they're also red. I thought they'd be blue. We're up 2-1. Dubois for them. Kaliev, Durant for us. And they get one more there from Gusev. And then we get the game winner there from Mantha, 3-2. So pretty close first game there. Also, you guys, as I'm talking, I just remembered I wanted to mention on top of, you know, when I was talking about having more videos out for you guys, because I was in Europe for almost a month, I'm going to be in self-isolation for the next 2 weeks. So definitely going to have some time here to make some videos for you guys. If you have any ideas, different things you want, and definitely let me know in the comments section. Next year, guys, game 2. First period's 2-2. Barzal gets 2. BX is Slater for them. Second period, Caulfield gets 2. All right, let's have a hat trick, hopefully. Come on. And Crosby gets 1. Latin gets 1. So no hat trick, but I'm fine with that. We get the 6-2 win, which obviously the W's a bit more important there than the Hattie. So 2-0 series lead there. Going to Columbus now. Hopefully can just win back-to-back and get that sweep. Get some, I guess, redemption there for the Tampa Bay Lightning. So here we go. Game number 3. First period. And Dubois and Strome, we're down 2. Second period, Mantha gets 1, Dubois gets another. Come on. And we get another from Barzal. Dubois. Is that a 4-goal game for Dubois? He's got 2 in the third, 1 in the second. Yeah, 4-goal game for Dubois. So he did not want to get swept. I respect that. Obviously, I actually met him in New York. Really cool guy. So if anyone's going to get 4 goals on us, I want it to be Dubois. Good guy. So hopefully, though, can win these next 2 there. They're not going to get swept, but we, of course, want to move on. It would be terrible to have such a good season and make that and have a first-round exit. Game 4. Nothing in the first or the second. We're out shooting them 34-11. Okay, we won the game. I was going to say 44 shots to 16. If we do not win this game, oh my goodness, I was about to freak out because it was 0-0 there going into the third period. So 3-1 series lead now. Just have to win one of the next 3. Looks like a lot of the other games are close. I think the Leafs there got swept by the Capitals. Other than that, though, I don't think any other series is done yet. So game 5 here, back in Montreal. And 1-1, Mantha Dubois. Second period, lots of scoring. Wow, all for them pretty much. Caulfield gets 1, though. And 7-2. Not a good game there. Game 5 in Montreal. I thought we'd for sure close it out there. So heading to Columbus now. We're 1-1 there. And of course, even if we lose this one, we have Game 7. I'd rather not have to get that far. Jets there over the Preds. I think it was St. Louis over the Flames. Just looking at all the different matchups. So here we go. Game 6. Wow. 4-1 lead for us. Strome for them. Caulfield, O'Mara, Pulock. Caulfield's actually got 2. Come on, get that Hattie. 8-2 after 2. Caulfield does get the Hattie. Crosby, Wenberg. Crosby's got 2. Did Crosby get 1 in the first? Okay, so if Crosby gets 1, we'll have 2 hat-trick players. Come on. Wow. Crosby. What the hell? 11-2 in Game 6 to move on to the second round. Crosby and Caulfield, they were just done with this series. Are you kidding me? That is insane. So Crosby there had a 4-goal game, and then Caulfield also had a 4-goal game. That's nuts. So I had to look at the stats for this game, guys. Look at this. Duran actually had 5 points, all assists. It kind of sucks that like assists don't pop up when you're doing it this way, because you might not know someone had an insane like 6-assist game. Crosby there, 4 goals and an assist. Caulfield just had the goals. Barzal and Mantha there each had 3 assists. So curious who gets the first star. Crosby, Caulfield, Duran. I mean, what a game for the boys. And our AHL team's currently tied 2-2 in the first round of the playoffs. Let's see if they get knocked out. First round exit. They better not. And there we go. They're moving on. Obviously, NHL team moving on too. Who do we play? Red Wings. Okay, let's go look at those lines. All right, guys. So the Red Wings have a bunch of creative players who are sick. Vishnevsky, 89, 3rd overall, 2020. Sillinger here is 89 as well, 3rd overall, 2021. They got Holtz there on that first line with them. Zadina, Omen's 87, 4th overall, 2022. Farrell was 6th overall, 2021. So they drafted 3rd and 6th, 2021. I mean, they've had a lot of high picks over the years. Foligno's only at 82 at 25. That kind of sucks. Jack Quinn, 84. So he grew actually quite a bit. 2nd rounder, 2020. Bertuzzi, Rasmussen, Fabry. Not a bad 4th line. Defensively, though, okay, so yeah, kind of like Columbus. Well, actually, it's a bit different. They don't have a sick top pair, but they do have depth. They don't really have a number 1, like Sider, 85. The rest of the guys are more or less bottom pair defensemen. Georgiev's the starter, which really nothing too crazy. So I think, honestly, I'd rather have Columbus's. I don't know, it's tough because Columbus had 470 defensemen. I think that led to the 11-2 whopping they got in Game 6. Caulfield there, 12 points right now in 6 games in the playoffs. He's playing nuts. So hopefully we can kind of ride that 11-2 win. Unfortunately, it's been almost a week since it, so probably a lot of that momentum's died down, but that's okay. So here we go. First game in Montreal. Got to set the tone here for the rest of the series. Hopefully can win this, move on to the conference final. And we're down 2-0 early, of course. Down 3-0. And we do get one there from Taves. We don't get shut out, but definitely not how we wanted Game 1 to go. So game number 2 now. I just noticed Red Wings only lost 1 game in the first round. Hopefully, we can give them a few more losses here. So 1-1 after 2. Let's go. We got 10-shot lead. And there we go. Crosby, Latinen, Alexiak for them. I didn't even actually notice Alexiak on that defense. So 1-1 there after 2. We got to go into Detroit now and hopefully take at least 1 game. Obviously, if we go down 2 and you're down 3-1, unless you're the Golden State Warriors, it's probably over for you. So here we go, guys. Game 3 in Detroit. Down 1. Farrell. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I mean, it's made up, so I think we can pronounce it however we want. Rasmussen gets 1 there, so we're down 2-0, doubling their shots. More than doubling their shots. We got to find a way past Georgiev here. And 5-2, are you kidding me? Vishnevsky gets 1 on Askarov, as well as an empty netter. Crosby gets 1 there along with Parayko, but just not enough. I'm not sure how this Detroit team's doing it, honestly. Like, don't have the greatest defense, don't have the greatest starting goaltender. They do have some sick forwards, but so do we. Hopefully here can win this again. Do not want to go down 3-1. Here we go. Got to take one in Detroit. And we're up 4-3. What a crazy first period. 7 goals. Caulfield, Thomas, Delcall, and Thomas again for us. Holtz, Vishnevsky, Fabry for them. And they get 2 in the second, so we're now down 1. Come on, we need a big third. Are you kidding me? Wow, they actually get 1 more there. 6-4 loss. I don't know how this Detroit team's doing it. Of course, Detroit too, because like, if it was any other team, I could get upset. But the fact it's Detroit, like, I can't be too upset as that is my team. But we're the Montreal Canadiens right now. We're not Detroit, so come on. Can we win the next 3? I feel like there's a chance. This team, I believe in them. They're good. 2-1 lead there. Caulfield and we're 2-1 down. 4-2 down. Are you kidding me? We need a miracle here in the third to stay alive in this series. And we don't get it. Man, we outshot them again. Georgiev 83 apparently just insane. That's tough. That's a tough bounce for sure. I thought this team really had a shot at the cup. AHL team here. They're currently down 3-1. So let's see if they can. Actually, they were down 3-0. Let's see if they can somehow pull off the reverse sweep here. And no, they get beat 4-1, same as the NHL team. And the playoffs just ended, guys. Look at that. The Red Wings actually went on to win the Stanley Cup. So again, if it was going to be a new team, I'd want it to be the Red Wings. They took us out and then won the Cup. Called the Cup champions there, San Jose Barracuda. I actually noticed, like, when we were looking at the AHL standings, they had so many points. So really curious, like, who was on that team. And the draft results are in. Arizona there picking first overall, jumping up from 4. Rangers second, Chicago third. So that sucks for Minnesota. They don't even get one of the top 3 picks. Again, I don't know really how I like this draft lottery. Detroit obviously is currently last or whatever, but I really feel like they could tweak it a bit more, make it a bit better. Just the worst teams really need a bit more help than, you know, the mediocre teams. So this draft looks pretty average, just 5 medium elites there, no franchise guys. And as you guys can see there, Caulfield finished with 16 points in 11 games in the playoffs, so he did quite well. Really sucks how he went out. Like, I thought we were going to do a lot better than that. Like I was saying, I actually want to just kind of see how all of our guys did, and also check out that San Jose team. Mantha also had 16, Barzell 15, Crosby 10. So, I mean, those guys were definitely pulling their weight. How did Askarov do? Not good. Not good. 88 overall, he actually dropped. $7 million for 2 more years. I don't know. We might have to go find another goalie, because we need to get one that works, honestly. So like I was saying, I want to see that San Jose Barracuda team, because their stats were insane, and then of course they went on to win it. So wow, Joachim Blichfield, 27 points, 78 overall. He just got a really powerful shot. Wow, how did he go off like that? McLennan there. So like their AHL team doesn't look much better than ours. Maybe do they have an insane goalie just for whatever reason? 73. What the heck? Or actually, this couldn't be him. He's got 1 game played. So whoever the goalie is probably is back in the NHL or something. Next, you guys want to take a look at the playoff tree. So Red Wings actually played the Oilers in the Stanley Cup final. I would love that. Red Wings are my favorite team. Oilers probably my second favorite team. So the Red Wings there beat Sabres in 5. Of course, us in 5. Pittsburgh in its best of 7. Kind of like a rematch of the 08-09 Stanley Cup finals. So that's pretty sick. Then, of course, they beat the Oilers there in 6. So not too bad. And that San Jose team, let's see, they swept all the way to the final. And then the Phantoms, they were actually able to get 2 wins on them. But that's kind of nuts. So next we'll take a look at the awards. We'll do NHL first there. So Red Wings win the Stanley Cup. We, of course, won the President's Trophy. Player awards here. McDavid gets the Art Ross, 3rd straight year. McKinnon, though, gets the Hart. Then you got Hanifin actually win the James Norris. Kind of surprised to see that. Yamamoto, Lady Byng for the first year. McKinnon had it 4 straight years. Yamamoto had to ruin it for him. Latinen. So Latinen did win the Calder. That's awesome. I wasn't sure if maybe there was some other crazy rookie. Sillinger there, Conn Smythe. Samsonov with the Vezina. Riddick there, William Jennings. Severson, Bill Masterton. Red Wings coach gets Jack Adams. I mean, they've been bad forever. Then they go on to win a Stanley Cup. Barkov with the Selkies. Got 4 or 5 years now. McKinnon, Ted Lindsay, 4 or 5 years as well. He also gets some Maurice Richard there, back-to-back years. Next, we'll take a look at the AHL awards. So I think, did we actually win one? We did. We got the most points regular season in the Eastern Conference. So that's nice. We at least got, some AHL award. Also, of course, won our division. Individual awards there. Engqvist on Griffins gets the most points. So good sign for the Red Wings. He also got MVP and most goals. He just went off. I gotta check who that. And outstanding. He was a rookie. Who was he? He must have been like the top, rookie drafted last year. Bodwin there, best defenseman. So that's nice. Hopefully, he can get up to like an 80. Stuart Skinner there, best goalie. Blichfield MVP. I mean, he went off. What was it? 27 points. Shore there, sportsmanship. Kulak, community involvement. And then Skinner also had the lowest goals against. Yeah, let me go check that Griffin's player because he went off. Check this out, guys. Just found that Engqvist dude on the Red Wings roster. 18 years old, 84 overall, playing in the AHL. I'm not sure if he was like a 79 and jumped all the way up to 84 or if they just buried an 84 for no reason. But the dude tore up the AHL, so respect. 3rd overall pick last year. Pretty cool to see. And looking at the retired players now, Kovalchuk finally calls it quits at 42 years old. Finished with 1,100 points. Pretty awesome career there. What was his rating? 71. So he held on pretty long. Krejci as well in the AHL, Oshie, Pacioretty, so they've all dropped in rating like crazy. Wondering who's Frolique's actually the first one who's still in the NHL at 79, 37. So I guess he wasn't too old yet. Bozak there, Goligoski, Edler. We'll take a look at goalies now, and let's see Lundqvist, 43 years old as a free agent. So he was hoping someone would sign him. Kind of feel bad. He's 74. Fleury as well retires as a free agent. Tuukka Rask, Ben Bishop. A lot of big name goaltenders retired this year. We're at the draft now, guys, and look at the players we might draft. A couple of gems here. Blake, low top 6, supposed to go, what is that, end of the 3rd round. Morrison here is a goalie, supposed to go 2nd. We have him as a 50-50 medium fringe, so he's a gem. He should be at least a starter, but better than that, I'm really excited. We actually have a guaranteed medium elite here. Late pick we can get, Colin Tierney. Supposed to go like 85, so we'll probably take him the 3rd round, early 3rd round. Just to be safe. Obviously, they don't want to let some of the team get him, but I think we actually only have a 2nd and a 4th, so we're gonna have to make a trade here, get at least 1, maybe 2/3, but we'll see what happens with the first 5 picks here. So the 5 medium elites were 79, 79, 81, 82, and 84. So first overall there, Norinen. Pretty sick player. And next year, guys, are trying to get trade with the New York Islanders for 2 of their 3rd round picks. They actually have 3, offering up 2 4ths and a 5th, which they want, as well as Polak, who they're just basically going to have the first dibs at signing. Obviously, going back to New York here. The value is pretty equal, so we'll see what they say. And trades rejected. Honestly, I didn't think they would say yes, but I mean, we know what we're kind of getting here. So what if we add a 3rd rounder next year? We don't have a 3rd rounder to add. What about 3rd rounder 2027? Maybe this gets it done. Alright, so I added a 2nd rounder 2027 instead of the 5th. Actually, I'll add the 5th back on. We don't really need it. I feel like they gotta say yes now. Like, they're getting tons of picks. First dibs at Polak. Come on. And there we go. So, might have overpaid slightly, but I think it was worth it because we know who we're getting. So, our next pick here is number 15 in the 2nd round. Just want to take a quick look at the rest of the 1st round just to see if anyone kind of crazy slipped through and got drafted, but does not look like any other medium elite decides for the top 5. So, maybe it'll just be kind of the guy we get. Now, have to make a decision. Do we take the guaranteed medium elite, or do we kind of risk it and go after that goalie? We're picking 46 right now. 63. We know we have 2/3. So we should be able to get him. This guy's 87. And then what's that defenseman supposed to go? 85. So I think we're picking like 72, 74. I feel like we should be okay. Worst case, if we know we're not going to be, we can obviously trade up. So we'll take Morrison here. He better be a good goalie for a 2nd round pick and a gem. Come on. And medium elite. There we go. He is low rated, but that's awesome. And like I was saying, guys, the next pick here, number 10, the 3rd round, 72nd overall. Should be able to grab that elite defenseman. So no 1st round pick. We're going to get 2 medium elite players. Colin Tierney. Hopefully he's decent rated. And 55. So a little bit low, but for a 3rd rounder, we're getting a medium elite. Obviously can't complain. As you can see, basically have back-to-back picks here. And as you can see, we basically have back-to-back picks here. The Flame just got a medium top 9 guy. So I'm hoping ours is a little bit better than that. It's the 2nd gem there. Saul Blake, guaranteed low top 6. But what's his rating going to be? 63. So yeah, for a 3rd rounder, not too bad. I think now we have, what, a 6th and a 7th, maybe a 5th, 149. What is that? Yeah, 5th rounder. So really good draft so far. Hopefully can find something here. Guaranteed fringe, guaranteed starter goalie. I know we just got an elite, but a guaranteed starter in the 5th round. Take that every day. 50 overall is a little bit low, but for goalies, can't really expect much more. And the next pick here, guys, I'm going to take this Arkhipov guy. Our scout says 180, central scouting's 200. 50-50 medium elite. Scouts like him. I'm not even sure what country that is. I know a lot of flags. I don't know that one. Let's see. How good is he? And medium elite goalie. Are you kidding me? So, what a draft. Didn't have a 1st rounder. We come up with a medium elite defenseman, 2 medium elite goalies, a medium starter goalie. The low top 9 guy, or sorry, low top 6 guy, I think is our worst player so far, but I think he's the highest rated. Wow, let's see if we can keep it up here. I'm looking through. This is just an insane draft. So, do we take a risk on one of these guys? Scouts ranks unknown. Irons, the center. I mean, we just got a defenseman. Do we go with irons? Let's just go for it. Who knows? 4 medium elites. Can we do it? Medium bottom 6. I mean, could have been AHL, so not too bad for a pretty late 7th rounder. Alright guys, we're going to have to re-sign phase here with almost 29 million in cap space. Side cap, there's a little over 100 million. Obviously, Barzell's still locked up. Clark needs a new deal. Doesn't want one, but luckily he's in our face. Doesn't really have a say in the matter. 10.8 million for 7 years. Wow. 9.6 for 1, so might as well just do the 7 years he wants. He doesn't want to sign, so I'll do, I don't know, 10.5 for 7. But I'll also make sure to qualify him if he says no. Mantha's a 90, so I think he actually dropped by 1. Wants 10 million there for 6 years, so he's 36. I'd be much more comfortable with 4. He's actually a bit cheaper there. Even 1 year. Maybe we do like a 2-year bridge deal. And, 4 years. Honestly, I'm fine with 2 years because we got a lot of really good guys coming out, going to need money. Let's try 2 years at 9.5 million. I feel like he should say yes to that. Now, Tace here's an 88, was making 5.5. He's gone up by 1. He wants 8.5. I don't know if we can keep Taze. I honestly think we're going to be out of money. Crosby, 37.85, just finished his $8.7 million contract. So for the first time, he's not making 8.7. He wants 5.8. Bomb 6.4 potential. I don't get it. He dropped in rating by 1, as well as potential went down, even though he averaged over a point per game, led the team in scoring. So I don't really know what to do with this contract. It's a scary one, but I feel like 5.5 1 year. It's pretty low risk, and if he has another awesome year, I mean, he's worth it, obviously. Let's actually just look at forwards right now to kind of keep it more simple. And look at this. Robert Thomas is now at 87, making 2.8 million for the next, 2 years. So that's a great contract. Can definitely fill in for Taze if we lose him. Also, 2 European snipers there, Latin and O'Mara, both 86s now. And I mean, Latin, 2 more years left on entry-level deals, so that's awesome. Let's see here. What else? Kaliev, 2381, just a 4th liner for us. $1 million for 1 year. I think that's obviously really good to be a solid 4th liner. Dalcall doesn't want a new deal. I mean, I guess we can afford to lose him, but I'll make him a 1 million 1 year offer. Comrie, obviously we're going to sign. Time to, make the NHL jump for him. And let's see, Yolinen could also get called up. The rest of these guys will be AHL. Defensively here, so if we get Clark back, we're all locked up. Bodwin's down 80, so I'll play on the bomb pair Slater. That should be fine. And then goaltending-wise, Primo needs a new deal, 25.80. Honestly, I mean, his stats weren't the greatest, but that's so cheap for an 80 overall backup who could get up to an 81, so I think it's worth it. And if you look at our goalie prospects here, look at this. Askarov actually has franchise potential now. What the heck? I think I just noticed that. So I was thinking about trading him because he dropped in rating from 89 to 88. Didn't have the best of stats, but franchise potential now at 23 years old. If he has a decent season, he should jump up to like a low 90 at least. Can we extend him? We can't. So once the season starts, we'll look how much it costs to extend and maybe do that before he gets really good because I just noticed that potential jump. 2 medium leads there, 4 medium starters. Like, should be able to find at least 1 goalie here that can, be a true NHL starter. Samantha rejected our deal, didn't give him enough money. Also doesn't really like the 2-year contract. Dalcall rejects, wants to go free agency. That's fine. Crosby though he rejects. I thought we gave him a pretty good offer, so I'll have to give him a bit more. Primo though accepts, so that's good. Clark wants to test free agency, so we'll have to qualify, and then once he goes to free agency, we can then sign him. Comrie there, of course, accepts. Kaliev accepts as well. Ellis there wants to test free agency. He's a good AHL starter, so I'd rather him not do that. We can qualify him as well. Svitov wants to test free agency. 22-year-old, like 70 overall goalie. Some of them make no sense in wanting to test free agency. So I offered Crosby an extra 100K, and that was the difference in making him say yes. Tried to do the same with Mantha. He said no, so we'll keep basically upping the offer in 100K increments until he says yes. I'm looking at Clark. If he's going to cost 10 million, and the Mantha costs about 10, we're left with 4 million, so I don't think we'll be able to keep Taze, but like I said, with Thomas up to an 87, as well too, just the 2 European guys being 86s, both of them. I feel like we have enough forward depth there. Crosby coming back, we can afford to lose Taze. I thought we could have kept him, otherwise definitely would have traded him at the draft, try and get like a 4th or a 5th, but that's alright. And there we go, guys. Had to give Mantha an extra 250K, but he accepted the 2-year deal, which I think makes a lot more sense for him. Also to sign some AHL guys. A few of them I let go that were like 26, basically done growing, just to give, a few spots for the younger players. Hopefully, the more ice time can help them gain that potential faster. And so we're after the free agency period here. Very curious to see who's available. Unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of money to spend, but that's okay. So Clark there is the top guy. We're going to bring him back, though. Farrell, he was on Detroit, I believe. Probably the same thing. Wants to see how much money he can make. And then Taze is like the true top UFA, so We have Clark there, who we're going to bring back, and then Taze. Stamkos right below him. Lindblom, Kahu, Nelson. Giroux, 77, wants 6.7 million. What is this guy on? At least through free agency, guys, I saw that Ovechkin's available. 85 overall, still at 39 years old, wants $5 million. So I'm thinking we honestly might get him after we sign Clark, just to make sure no one screws over the offer sheet or anything. Also, too, up here, I thought this was interesting. Theodore, 84 overall, 29 years old, so 11 years younger, 2 overall better than Burns, asking for 100K less. Some of the veteran asks, I mean, Giroux's obviously, like, something's wrong there, but even the other ones, like, sometimes just do not make sense. So Clark, hopefully will sign with us now after he kind of sees what his worth is. 6 years. We actually only need him for, what, 4 more years? So that would take him to UFA. 4 years is actually kind of smart, though, because he's still an RFA opposed to bringing him to UFA. So I'll offer him here 4 years, $10 million right on. I think he does that, and if he does, we can actually go and get Ovechkin, which would be nice. Goalies here as well, let's take a look at. Spencer Knight, RFA, 87 overall. Demko, 86. I think we just got to have faith in Askarov. He's got franchise potential now. After that, everyone's just kind of meh. Take a look at two-way players to see if anyone's really good. Does not look like it, this high fringe guy. Oh, wow, okay, that's Wallstead. He's an RFA. I mean, how do you not make a run at him, though? I mean, 22.78 medium franchise. I'll offer him 1 year. He wants 2 years. I'll make him a one-way deal at, like, the max to not give up a pick, I guess. 1.4 million. If we get him for free, that'd be insane. And looking at two-way players here, guys. Atkinson, 1953, low elite. Might as well try and get there for free. Also, too, I know Shane Bowers is here, but 25.78 is kind of meh. MacArthur, though, 23 and 80. Medium top 6. She's a sniper. Look at his shot there. Only wants 175K. Obviously, we could give him a max, like, two-way deal, but I think Winnipeg for sure says yes. So let's try doing the same thing we did to Wallstedt. 2 years, 1.4. Let's see if we can even do 1.5 there. Still no picks. I'm wondering what is the max here for no picks. Looks like 1.65 is the max, and honestly, he's a good enough player. No reason not to do this. Also, I noticed Jack Opaka here, 27.81, fourth line forward. So if we need a fourth line forward, he'd be a good spot, and if not, I can just, you know, help out the AHL team. This guy here also looks pretty decent. Ferkner, 20.71, low top 4D. Make him an offer. And then Cedarvist here, 24.76, medium top 9. We let go a few, like I said, the AHL players, so could bring in a couple slightly younger guys to take over. And this is kind of surprising. Josh Norris is also an RFA. I've seen him get up to an 89, so I'm not sure what Ottawa did to stunt his growth. He's only an 80 right now at 26. I mean, I'll make him just the max 950K. Obviously, they're going to match it. I just don't want to give him much more money than that because I don't know if he'll be in the NHL for us. And so the Atkinson guy signed with us. He had the low elite, and he also had the lower rating, but still decent trade value. Josh Norris accepts as of now. Kopaka accepts, so again, could be a new fourth liner or just good play in the AHL. Wallstead accepts as of now. Also, that Cedarvist guy accepted, so that'll be good for the AHL team. MacArthur accepts as of now. Ferkner accepted. Still waiting to hear back, of course, from Clark. And offer sheet, Islanders chose to match for Wallstedt. That makes sense, but at least we made them pay, you know, a bit more money. And Clark, wait a minute, appreciate your offer, decided to go with another team. We qualified him, though, so how could that even be possible? And Chicago here offering us Dougie Hamilton, a 4th and a 5th. First rounder, I'm just going to say no to that. And as you can see here, Ottawa matched Josh Norris's offer sheet. And wow. Wow. So this is the other team we went with. 12.8 million for Clark. Vegas Golden Knights trying to poach our guy. 4 first-round picks. It's insane compensation, but he's literally our franchise defenseman, the captain of our team. I mean, without him, the defense is so much worse. It's only costing us $2.8 million. Oh, wow, I just realized it's for 1 year, and then we have to give him a new contract. That's insane by Vegas. It's only costing us an extra $2.8 million, so I'm going to match it. This is why I didn't offer Ovi the contract first. For 4 first-round picks is insane, but we're contending right now, so we have to match it. I can't believe our captain would go and do that on us, though. Are you kidding me? So I don't know if we have enough money to sign Ovi now. And yeah, as you can see here, only have 1.3 million, so unfortunately cannot get Ovechkin, who is still available. But I mean, honestly, we have those 2 European snipers anyway, so I think we're okay. And as you can see here, Winnipeg did match the offer to Tyson MacArthur, 1.6 million. So none of the RFAs we tried poaching, we got. Josh Norris, maybe we could have gotten if we did that 1.6. I don't think so, though. So far in the third. Honestly, our team's fine now. Ovechkin was basically just a bonus. Winnipeg there gets Sanheim for Ehlers. Wow. It's a pretty good hockey trade. Buffalo gets Navarra there for Comfort. I mean, 1.3 million. We can try and maybe poach somebody else. Or sorry, we have 3 million now. because that one RFA didn't go through. Ovechkin though wants 4.8. So we're a bit shy on him. And right now, I guess I'm looking at players who want a two-way contract. There's actually a bunch that are 80 overall. So I'm thinking, why not sign like 5 or 6 of them? We have the contract spots and just try and make our AHL team as good as possible. Obviously, we only have space for 1 or 2 on the 4th line of the NHL team. So Nemestikov here, 850K, 81, could be on the NHL team. Then you have Bray Belay there, 80 overall, 20 years old. I mean, he's got pretty good offensive stats there. Powerful shot, good hands. Again, I'm just trying to make like a sick AHL team. I'm just giving them like the cheapest offer too. Batherson, Vorobayev, I noticed, has really good defensive stats actually. You can see 84 D awareness, 88 shot block, 90 stick check, really physical. So could be a fourth liner, could be a good fourth liner for us, or just in the NHL. Batherson as well, I think, is a decent player. So that's 4. Stefan's 35 now. I feel like he'll probably go down, so we don't need him. Make an offer on Chapik here as well. Hopefully that's how you say his name. Also, too, guys, looking at like the players that are available. Can't afford Ovechkin, but if I actually go to affordable here, there are some decent players. And the one I was looking at was Kravchenko here, RFA, 83 overall, only wants 1.8 million. Look at this dude's shot. I think that's actually better than Ovechkin's right now. 96 power, 92 accuracy. I actually want to kind of check that and compare because he's only costing 1.8 million. Ovechkin 4.8, a little bit more accurate, but barely. And this guy's is more powerful, also a lot younger. So we're gonna try and steal him here. 1.8, we could actually offer him 1.6, not to give up any picks, because 1.8 we don't have the pick for. I think we probably go and get our 3rd rounder back and then just offer the max deal with a 3rd rounder. Right now, guys, I'm offering Calgary Flames Hobbs here, who's a low top 4 potential defenseman, 21 years old, still only a 59 for our 3rd round pick back. He's actually got a tad more value, but really can't get much more out of them. I can like add a 7th, and then it looks like it's kind of on their side, so we'll do that. Trade accepted. Okay, so there we go. I didn't think it'd go through. So now we're gonna offer that Kravchenko guy. I think 2.5 million was the max to only have to give up a 3rd round pick. Hopefully, his team of course does not say yes. And it's Tampa Bay actually owns his rights. I'm not really sure their side cap situation, but hopefully 2.5 million here. They can't match. And Drake Batherson here just accepted our offer, 80 overall for the minimum deal. That's awesome. Hopefully get a bunch of those guys again, just make a sick AHL team. LA gets a 1st round pick there for Tyler Toffoli, who I guess was back on the team. Let's see what happens next here. Chapik actually goes to Dallas. That's okay. We offered like 5 of those guys deals. 2/3 for Hodges and a 5th. Honestly, that's not a bad offer. We have so many goalie potential. We have so many goalie prospects. Get a couple 3rd round picks. I'm gonna say yes there. And I think we just drafted them, so we shouldn't get in trouble because they offered us the deal. Now Nemestikov signs with us. That's really good. Could be a 4th line guy or just awesome in the AHL. Same as for Vorobayev. Bray Belay also accepts the deal there. And Kravchenko accepts as of now. So very curious to see if Tampa can match it. A couple 3rds for Svitov in a 6. Svitov is actually our AHL backup, so I'm going to say no to that one. Come on, let's see what Tampa Bay says. Oh, that sucks. So Tampa Bay chose to match the offer, 2.5 million. Honestly, though, that's all right. I mean, it was worth, going for. And we have so many forwards now with all those 80s. We can just, I think, keep the $3 million in cap space, use it at the deadline, or if you want to make some huge trade. A lot of people making offers on Svitov. We currently have a qualifying offer on. I'm thinking he'll eventually accept because no one's going to make, a 70 overall goalie a lot of money. And yeah, as you can see, he just did. And we just got a decent offer here from Ottawa. Travis Dermott a 3rd for Svitov, a 2nd and a 5th. If Dermott's decent, I could do this, but I think he's only like an 81. He is, yeah. So he's honestly barely an upgrade on Bodwin. I'd rather just keep him. And a pretty big trade just went down, guys. Pittsburgh Penguins getting 2 second-round picks for Kasperi Kapanen, so I didn't even know he actually returned back to Pittsburgh. That's pretty cool, but now he's on the Sharks. So next year, guys, we'll look at the team heading into next season. Honestly, pretty optimistic. I know I said that this season it didn't quite work out, but I feel like this team's pretty good. So first line here, we still have Mantha, Barzal, Caulfield. I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. Second line, we got Latinen playing with Crosby and Duran. Crosby's now an 84, but still has awesome hands, awesome shot, even defensive stats. Just his speed's gone way down. Latinen is actually the one who's got 2 years left on entry-level deal, so I figure we want him to do a little bit better just because he'll be cheaper for longer. O'Mara gonna need a new deal after this year, but still they're both sick, and he's playing with Thomas and Comrie, so pretty nasty 3rd line. Comrie, of course, the guy was in juniors last year for Sudbury, 83 now. It says he's a center, but 62 faceoffs, definitely gonna make him a left winger. I mean, his playmaking ability, like 99 passing, should be able to just set up O'Mara a ton. And then the 4th line even still solid. Nemestikov, Suzuki, Kaliev. Defensively here, Clark, Sexton, Parayko, Murray, Slater, and Bodwin I feel is really solid. Obviously, that second pair gain +3 is huge. Then goaltending has not changed. Askarov there, still the starter. Primo backing up, actually an 81 now. And as I said, Askarov has franchise potential, so I mean, he could get up to like a 90, which would be awesome. And then AHL here looks really good. First line's all 80 plus. Second line there is solid. I mean, I think everyone's like a mid 70 or higher. So AHL team should do pretty good. Defensively, they're a bit lower rated, but still pretty solid. And of course, in goal, Ellis is a 79. Svitov backing up 74. We should have one of the better AHL teams, as well as, of course, you know, one of the better NHL teams. So didn't work out last year, but you know, maybe year 7 will be our year. 7 is my lucky number, so we'll have to wait and see. Also want to show you guys offense, defense, and goaltending for the next year. 100 offense, I mean, that's nuts. 95 D there, 87 goaltending. So yeah, I feel pretty optimistic about next year, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. As already mentioned, guys, I'm self-isolated for the next couple weeks. No hockey to watch. You're trying to get out a video a day for you, optimistically. Not sure if that's going to happen, but that is my goal. So make sure you guys are checking your sub box. But that's it for this one. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.